Assalamu alaikum class. Today I am having lecture number 29 and self-test number 4. In the yesterday's lecture, that in lecture number 28, we have done self-test number 1. Number 2 and number 3 has been done with the particular parts of speech. Fine. Some of the exercises, maybe some of the exercise questions rather of self-test number 2 and 3 are missing. You could always mention me those particular questions. I could always attempt it in that class. Okay, this self-test number 4 will be doing it from the scratch, and we will do it inshallah as a whole. Okay, I have mentioned the page, fine, so that you could open the page number whenever we are practicing it. Okay, now let's start. The question number 1, that is 4.1, and the sentence number 1. This actually question is about the appropriate article, the use of article. Fine, you have been provided with the 4 choices. I haven't written the 4 choices. Fine, we will be just practicing it. Okay, there is a box of chocolate. Why I am using a? Why? Because whenever we have already read in the topic of article that a is used to generalize the things. Fine, so I'm not talking about any specific brand of chocolate, rather there is a box of any of the chocolate box, a box of chocolate on the table, but I am specifying the table. It couldn't be the any table, it is the specific table on which the chocolate box is lying. Okay, the table has been specified, whereas the box of chocolate has been generalized. Immediately after we reached home, she went to the kitchen. It's not an ordinary kitchen or any kitchen. It is the specific kitchen of that particular house. Okay, to prepare her dinner. Fine, that kitchen has been pointed out. Fine, so that's why whenever there is a pointing out of anything, then we use the article the. Shahid's father is employed as an electrician. Why? Because this word electrician is starting with a vowel sound, so I am using an over here. In a textile mill, the textile mill has not been specified. It is not specific textile mill, rather the information is given that it could be any of that name of the mill is not mentioned, rather this information is delivered that the mill is specifically textile. He is the right man. Right is already an adjective for this man. Fine, and the right is a quality. Fine, and to specify the quality again, he is the right man for this challenging assignment. Okay, a Pakistani. Why? Because we are generalizing a Pakistani. Fine, generalizing a person from Pakistan. We are not talking about any specific person from Pakistan. And an Indian. Why? Because India is starting with the vowel sound. Okay, I match in the India went together to see the one-day cricket match in Dubai. The tiger. Why? Because the tiger, we are specifying tiger. It's not any tiger, it is the tiger. We are specifying the species of tiger, that the tiger, all the tigers belonging to this species. The tiger is a ferocious animal. Okay, ferocious means that like dangerous, wild animal. Okay, and that is that tiger is a ferocious animal. Okay, now we move on to question sentence number 7. A bird in hand. A bird, the bird has been generalized. In hand is worth to in the bush. Actually it is a proverbial statement. That means whatever you have been provided with, you should be satisfied rather than wishing for the impossibilities. Okay, the black car and the red. Fine. It's not any black car. Rather, the black is already an adjective, and we have to highlight that adjective. The black car and the red motorcycle both belong to the gentleman who lives across the street. Would you like to have sugar in your tea? Yes, a little, please. A little. See, there are three types of adjectives: little, a little. Fine. By a little we means specific amount, like a certain, rather we can say certain amount. Fine. For example, whenever we talk about the sugar in the tea, we could always think of 1 teaspoon or maximum teaspoon. So he is talking about the certain amount of the sugar. Yes, a little, please. Okay, now we move on to question number 2, 4.2. Fine, and that is again on the same page 107. I have here, I need to have. Here you have been provided with 2 options. Fine, and you are supposed to select one. Fine, I haven't mentioned the options, rather I have just written the sentences. You could always open the page number 107 to practice this exercise. I have almost. Almost is an adverb. Why? I have been provided with a verb here and I have to qualify that verb. So I need to have an adverb, and that is I have almost finished my term report. You must not, I need to have verb, main verb over here. Must is a modal verb. Modal verb is not helping the main verb. Rather, modal verb always contributes its own meaning in the sentence. So this must has its own meaning and hurt has its own meaning. Okay, you must not hurt your mother's feelings. Fine. Her ill health. Why her? Why? Because whenever I read the sentence, I have seen that this sentence in the next few words, I have seen that this is about the third person pronoun. Her ill health, I need to have a possessive adjective here. Her ill health doesn't allow her to leave her apartment. We visit our grandparents. Fine. Again, I have been provided with a verb and I need to have an adverb. So I'm using we regularly visit our grandparents. Okay. This is the. Again, the is provided. That means I need to have the superlative degree of some adjective over here. So what must be the adjective? That is this is the shortest way. Shorter, shortest. Article is always applied before the third form of third degree of adjective. I was a. I wish I was a subjunctive sentence. I wish I was a star batsman. With subjunctive past, it belongs to past subjunctive. Fine. We have seen in the functional kinds of sentences that one of the kind of sentence that is derived from optative sentence is present subjunctive and past subjunctive. Present subjunctive is about the wishes which are possible, and past subjunctive is about the wishes which are which have become the part of our past. So this wish belonged to my past. It couldn't fulfill, but here I wish I was a star batsman. She performed well. Why? I am not using good. Good is an adjective. On the other hand, well is an adverb. The verb has been provided, so I need to have adverb. I do not interfere in my brother's business affair. I usually, okay, I need to have an adverb over here. Okay, and usually is an adverb of manner, like how a verb is performed. This is a dash car, a fast car. Okay, fast is a positive degree of adjective. The car, the fast this car has not been compared with any other car, so I'm using a positive degree of adjective. The mischievous child in that class is giving. I need to have verb over here, and that is giving. Fine. Number 11 is, our mission was to save the human race. Okay, to save is an infinitive. Fine, that is being used as a verb over here in this sentence. Okay, that is this is the practice of self-test number 4 of question number 4.1 and 4.2. Now we move on to question 4.3. 4.3. Okay, no, it is, this exercise is about the combination exercise of adjective and adverb. We are done with the 4.1 and 4.2. Now we move on to 4.3. Holding your newborn baby in your hand is without doubt the most beautiful. He is providing you with choices. I have not written the choices under here. Fine, I am just writing the most suitable one over here. The most beautiful. Why I am using this superlative degree? Why? Because the article is there. Fine, this is pointing out that I should go for the third degree of adjective, that is superlative degree. The dress looked prettier, fine, after she wore it. Why? Because two conditions have been compared. When two conditions are compared, then we go for the comparative degree. He usually doesn't have much work to do, but pretends as if she is the busiest. Why? Again, article the is there, so I am using the superlative degree of adjective. Many people believe that regular exercise is, whenever then is there, we should go for the comparative degree. Fine. Why? Because then compares two things at a time. Many people believe that regular exercise is better than. Okay. My father's death was the sorry, again the is there. Fine, so I'm going for the superlative degree. That is the saddest day of my life. Have you read the, again the is there, the latest edition. Okay, this laboratory has recently been equipped with the most modern diagnostic facilities in the city. Marhaba estates are located at the farthest, again the are there. Fine, the fine, this the is pointing out to go for the superlative degree. Zahid is the dash children in the family, is the youngest. Okay, this pair of shoes is more comfortable, although this is more is there. When more is there, this points us that we are going to have the comparative degree. Is more comfortable. Fine, although it is cheaper. Again then is there, two more, and then both are pointing out towards the use of comparative degree. Okay, now move on to question number 4.4. Our company boss has won this year's award for offering the, again the is there. Fine, that shows the lowest tariff rates in the telecommunication business. I'll try to reach home earlier, this is then, I try to reach home earlier. Earlier actually is a comparative degree of early, and this then was there, so I'm using the comparative degree. The hero of this movie appears to be, fine, again then is there. Fine, the hero of the movie appears to be, how does he appear? More handsome and more handsome. like we say, he is the most handsome person in the public. Okay, this is the dash corner of the park. Again, the is there. Fine, this is the dash corner of the park, quietest corner. That we do not hear any noise there. His condition is, then is there, then is pointing out to his condition is more serious. More serious. Okay, the doctor said, fine. Then we had anticipated he must undergo surgery immediately. The doctor said, I have heard so much about Mr. Zahid's financial skills that I was the, again the is there. So I'm using keenest. I was the keenest, I was more anxious, fine, to join his companies as summer intern. I think Shaista is not only a helpful person, she is also the cleverest. Again, the is there, so the superlative degree of clever. Okay, Shoaib Akhtar is the, what sort of bowler he is? He is the fastest bowler. So the is pointing out to go for the superlative. The Gobi desert is the driest desert. Driest desert in the world. So it was for the question number 4.3 and 4.4. Sorry class. Now we move on to question number 4.5. Okay, Natasha is a good violinist. Fine. Here good is being used as adjective. Fine. She plays the violin very well. Now I'm going to convert this adjective into adverb. She plays the violin very well. Okay. Good is an adjective, and what is the adverbial form of good? That is well. What was that? Okay, let me check it. They came on the fast train. The train was quiet. In chapter number 1, we have read that fast fast gets different part of speech statuses according to different context. Okay, on the fast train, the train was quite fast. Okay, both of these here are used as adjective. Sanam wears expensive clothes. She dresses expensively. This is the adverbial form of. We have seen that many of the topic of adjective and adverbs, and I have told you many times the question of adjective and adverb is always combined. Okay, that we could use many of the adjectives can be used as it is in the same part of speech status, like they are used as adjective as well as adverb. Fine, but sometimes we could turn or we could change that adjective into adverb by using ly in the end, like this. Expensive this is an adjective. This has been changed into adverb by using ly at the end. She likes to listen music in high volume. Her music is always loud. Okay, her music is always loud. Fine. This is here, and this was the high volume. Oh, fine. Now we move on to question number 4.5 of the same exercise. My employers has promised an increase. This is part of speech. This is a preposition among part of speech. This is the question of preposition. My employer has promised an increase in salary, but I haven't got it in writing. Fine. In writing as yet. Sajid's mobile phone was stolen while he was away on a business trip to Lahore. Okay. Is being a nuclear power a good idea in your opinion? Can I pay this bill by credit card? Do not run too fast. I can't keep up with you. Okay. All the participants left in a hurry at the end of the seminar. At shows the exact point, exact time, exact place. Fine. Rashid worked as an apprentice in the factory during the summer holidays. How many of the members will join the trip? We had to climb slowly up the hill. Do not lean the ladder against the wall. Even the new drug couldn't cure him of his illness. If you go up a river, you go towards its source. You could use along over here. Okay? There is only one bridge over the. Many of us eat with fork and spoon. The referee ordered two players off the field to get out of the field. We haven't met early last year. We haven't met. Let me confirm it. What is the exact part of the choices given to us over here for this blank? Ali was just in time. Okay, I did not wear any warm clothing. It dash warm clothing, although. Why? Because two things have been compared. Although it was quite chilly. What is your opinion about? Okay, the horse jumped gracefully over the fence. Okay, all the 5 members of the group must reach consensus among themselves. What is the concept of among? Whenever we are more than 2 persons, we always go for among. Okay, let me confirm it. The number 9. What are the choices of number 9? They are 4.6 is 9. For, at, before and since. 4 choices are given to us. Fine. So what is the most suitable choice? Since early last year. Why I have selected since? Why? Because we have been given the exact beginning time. Whenever an exact beginning time is given, we always use since for that. Okay, this is question number 4.5, 4.6 and 4.7. Now we move on to question number 4.8. Okay class, now we move on to question number 4.8. That is also of about preposition. Dash, it was raining, I did not get wet. We have been provided with some of the certain words. We have to select among those particular words. Fine. Although it was raining. Although it was raining, I did not get wet. Sarah got the job. Even though like 2 comparative things have been compared, like she had no experience but still she got the job. I saw him leaving an hour or 2 ago. Dash, my wife likes to travel abroad. I prefer to stay at home. Whereas, fine, we could have some other choices for this particular blank, but we have been provided with certain words, so this is the most suitable one among those words. I'll be late today because my car has broken down. You cannot be a liar unless you have a law degree. Use damn strengths when typing up parcels. Okay, we were getting tired, so we stopped for a rest. Put this on before shaving. and you will smell wonderful. Okay? Okay, class, now we move on to question number 4.9. Said wasn't a bright student at all at school. So, fine. So he left when he was 16. Fine. And took a job in a travel agency. He did not stay there very long. Although, see the list of these particular words I am using, they have been provided to it, but I did not write it. Although he liked the work, he decided to move. He decided to move, fine, because, we could use because for this blank, because the pay was very low and the hours were too long. His next job was at an import-export company. He liked that much better. Because he traveled frequently. Okay, to distant countries, and the work was financially rewarding. He worked there for 3 years. Till he really learned the ropes of the business. Then he started his own company. Now he is doing very well. Although the work is sometimes very demanding, he says he wants to earn enough money to retire before he reaches 50 years. So again, it is a practice of preposition. See how this time he has given us in the form of story so that we could use the most appropriate prepositions for these blanks. Okay? That was for question number 5.9.